Practice building at Christmas time. The 16th chapter of Mark, the 15th verse says, "Go ye into all the world and preach the gospel to every creature." Whatever makes men good Christians makes them good citizens. Whatever makes good citizens makes good chiropractors. Whatever makes good chiropractors makes for good practice building. One of the biggest stumbling blocks to acceptance of practice building as a link of study necessary to the continuous health of all chiropractic practices is the delusion that practice building and office procedure embraces procedures that are dishonest or insincere. Nothing could be farther from the truth. Proper practice building and office procedure makes simple the complexities of human nature and thus reduces persuasion to planned explanation. The net result of handling each and every patient, each and every day, by planned explanation is increased referrals, increased satisfaction, increased percentage of recoveries, and increased cooperation. This naturally brings increased income. This is the Christian way to preach the gospel of chiropractic by utilizing the best known methods of handling people, for every patient must be convinced of chiropractic efficacy before they become really good chiropractic patients and eventually good boosters. I cannot think of any professional service that is as closely allied with Christianity as is chiropractic. The simple part of chiropractic of laying on of the hands should convince the most doubtful that there is a definite alliance to both these revelations from God to man. We may conclude from this close relationship that chiropractic and Christianity may not disappear together, but they will surely survive together. There is a difference in Christianity and philosophy. Philosophy makes us wiser. Christianity makes us better. The combination of the religion of Christianity and the philosophy of chiropractic makes a solid foundation for proper practice building and office procedure. Some of us have had to learn this the hard way. The philosophy of success concept teaches us that we must have an image in our minds of ourselves as we want to be. The most realistic self-image of all is to conceive of yourself as made in the image and likeness of God. You cannot sincerely hold this conviction without simultaneously experiencing a profound new sense of strength and power to enable you to better serve suffering humanity. From my association with thousands of chiropractors, their wives and staffs, including almost every chiropractic leader we've ever heard or read about, I'm convinced we'll have unity in our ranks tomorrow only if we practice basic Christian principles today. The first Christians, like the first chiropractors, lived in times as difficult as our own. But they did not say, "See what the world is coming to." They said instead, "See what has come to the world." We all want the fruits from the tree of Christianity, just as we want the profits from the tree of complete chiropractic success. The trouble is, we often don't fertilize and cultivate the right roots. The roots of practice building make up a major part that feeds the trunk of consistent success. Millions of people, many right in the towns where you are hearing these words, have never once seen or been on an adjusting table. Yet, chiropractic, like Christianity, has not failed. It just never has been tried. Our proper procedure in handling our fellow citizens, which results in improved practices and stimulation of referrals, is indeed our Christian duty. Paul the Apostle, you might remember, in his second epistle to Timothy says, I put thee in remembrance that thou stir up the gift of God which is in thee by the putting on of my hands. For God hath not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. Christianity, like chiropractic, rightly understood, is a part of the science of love. Proper chiropractic gospel preaching is a science itself, and if definite psychological and Christian laws are obeyed and followed, more and more people will become aware of the benefits of the service you have to offer in your community. Let everyone sweep in front of his own door, and the whole world will be clean. Isn't it a startling thing to realize that if there were only 12 believing Christians, or we might say 12 believing chiropractors in the whole world, and each one in turn educated another one each year of his life, that it would take less than the lifetime of Jesus, 33 years, to Christianize or chiropractize nearly every person on the face of the earth? Remember, brown baggers, that God divided man into men so that they might help each other. Proper practice building spirit at Christmas time and at all other times should awaken that smoldering dynamic within each of us that gives us more complete Christian love, and thereby help us to loosen our tongue to say the right words at the right time with proper office procedure and practice building methods, and to preach the gospel of chiropractic like Christianity so that we might help each other.